Okay, so you know how like everyone's been kind of freaking out about AI lately?
Yeah.
Like how fast it's getting good?
Yeah.
Well, buckle up because things just get even more interesting.
Yeah.
OpenAI,
Really interesting.
the people who made ChatGPT just made a huge announcement.
Yeah.
They announced a whole new series of AI models.
Yep.
And it's not just an upgrade.
Right.
It's a whole new, they're calling it O1.
Yeah, it's a clean slate.
Yeah.
Not GPT-5.
Wow.
Not GPT-4.5.
Okay.
O1.
So it's a statement.
It sounds like they're making a statement with the name for sure.
Yeah.
So what's the big deal here?
Well, OpenAI says that these models are like fundamentally smarter.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
We're not just talking about like being able to just access more information.
Like they're actually processing things differently now.
That's right.
Okay.
So previous models were basically like really good pattern matchers.
Right.
Like they'd look at a ton of data
Right.
and figure out how to respond based on patterns.
Yeah.
These new O1 models are designed to solve problems step by step,
Wow.
almost like how you or I would think it through.
So you're saying these AI models are approaching problems more like humans now?
Yeah, like a human thought process.
That sounds like a huge leap. How is that even possible?
Well, OpenAI compares it to how we solve problems.
Okay.
Like when you get a tough question, you don't just blurt out the first answer you think of.
Right.
You think about it.
If
You try different things, you might realize you're going in the wrong direction.
Right.
And these models are being trained to do the same thing.
Wow.
That kind of mental maneuvering.
Okay, so I'm starting to see why they decided to just start over with the naming and call it O1.
Right.
But how does this like new thinking ability actually lead to better results?
So they ran O1 through all kinds of tests.
Okay.
Benchmark tests,
Right.
which are like standardized challenges that let researchers see how different AIs stack up.
Yeah.
And the results for O1 were really impressive.
Give me the highlights.
Okay, so first of all, O1 is now like going head to head with PhD students
Oh, wow.
in solving really complex science and math problems.
No way.
And we're not talking about like balancing your checkbook. We're talking about the kind of problems that make your head spin.
Okay, so these aren't your everyday AI assistants. This is like next level stuff. What else can it do?
They also had O1 take some coding tests,
Okay.
and it aced them.
Really?
Like, we're talking about getting to the top level of those super competitive coding contests,
Wow.
the ones that programmers train for.
So it's not just like theoretical knowledge.
No.
This AI is showing that it has practical skills
Right.
that could actually be used in the real world,
Exactly.
like software development.
Yeah, like in software development, for example.
That's amazing. So to really drive home how big of a leap this is,
Yeah.
let's look at the International Math Olympiad,
Okay.
which is a notoriously difficult competition.
It is.
GPT-4, which was already crazy impressive,
Right.
only solved about 13% of the problems.
Yeah.
This new O1 model solved 83%.
83%. Huge difference.
That's not even an improvement. That's like total domination.
Right.
What's so crazy to me is that this new level of performance suggests that O1 isn't just memorizing solutions.
Right.
It's actually understanding the underlying mathematical principles,
Yeah, it's understanding.
which is just a huge leap forward for AI.
Absolutely. It's not just about how much it can compute anymore.
Right.
It's about understanding and reasoning at a level we've never seen before.
I think we need a minute to process all of this.
It's a lot to take in.
We've got AI now that's solving problems at a PhD level.
Mm-hmm.
It's beating expert programmers in competitions
Yeah.
and potentially like rewriting the rules of math as we know it.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
It really pushes the boundaries of what we thought AI could do.
It really does.
And this is just the beginning. As OpenAI keeps working on O1, we can expect even more surprises.
Which is where things get really interesting.
Right.
Because with great power comes great responsibility.
Of course. Yeah.
We're talking about AI that can do some seriously impressive things now.
Yeah.
Which leads to the question, how do we make sure that it's used responsibly?
That's the question, right?
What about safety?
Yeah. That's a huge question with any new technology that's powerful.
Right.
Safety is definitely something to think about.
Right.
And OpenAI seems to be thinking about it too.
Right.
They actually have a whole new way of approaching safety training with these new O1 models.
Okay, so how do you even begin to teach AI about safety? Like, how does that even work?
So with the older models, it was basically like giving them a set of rules,
Okay.
like programming a robot to avoid obstacles. It can only avoid what it knows to avoid.
Right.
But with these O1 models, they're saying that they're training them to actually understand the safety guidelines.
So it's not just about memorizing like a list of don'ts.
Right.
They're actually understanding the reasoning behind the rules.
Exactly.
Okay.
And OpenAI thinks this will make the models much better at applying those safety measures.
That makes sense.
Mm.
But how do we know if it actually works? Like, how are they testing this new approach?
So one of the ways that they're doing that is with something called jailbreaking.
Okay, jailbreaking. What does that even mean when we're talking about AI?
It's kind of like ethical hacking, but for AI.
Okay.
So researchers at OpenAI will design all these creative tests
Right?
to see if they can trick the models into breaking the safety rules.
Oh,
They
no.
throw everything at them.
So it's like the ultimate test to see if they crack under pressure,
Yeah, basically like a stress test.
to make sure that they're only giving responses that are safe.
Right, exactly.
Wow. And just to give you an idea of how seriously they're taking this,
Yeah.
on one of the jailbreaking tests, GPT-4 scored a 22 out of 100.
Wow.
And GPT-4 was already considered really advanced.
Yeah.
The new O1 preview model scored an 84.
Wow, huge difference.
Yeah.
They're really putting these models through the ringer.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
But even with all these new precautions in place,
Right.
this is still really new technology.
Yeah.
Are these models available to the public yet? Or is this something that's still kind of under wraps?
Good point. It's still early days.
Okay.
This initial release, which OpenAI is calling O1 Preview, it's not quite ready for the average person.
What kind of features is it missing?
Well, for one, it can't browse the web,
Okay.
it can't upload files, and it can't work with images yet.
Okay.
Those are all things that they're working on, but they're not in this first release.
So it's more for researchers and developers right now.
Yeah, people who are really eager to test it out.
Right.
But this is where it gets interesting. For all the programmers out there,
Okay.
alongside O1 Preview, OpenAI also released O1 Mini.
A mini version.
Yeah, a smaller version.
Okay. What's so special about O1 Money?
This one is all about the code.
Okay.
This version is laser focused on coding tasks.
Okay.
It's smaller, it's faster, and cheaper to run than the full O1 Preview.
So OpenAI is making sure that developers can get their hands on this AI as quickly as possible.
Exactly. They're not holding back. Wow. They know that O1 could completely change software development.
I bet.
And they want to give programmers the tools to make it happen.
That's amazing. So we've got this incredibly powerful new AI
Yeah.
that can reason like a PhD student, code like an expert.
Right.
And hopefully it behaves itself thanks to that rigorous safety training.
Yeah.
But let's bring it back down to earth for a second.
Okay.
What does this actually mean for the average person? Like, how is this going to affect our lives?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It really is.
And honestly, it's still too early to say.
Right.
We're just starting to see what these models are capable of.
Okay, but can you give us a little sneak peek at some of the potential applications? What are some of these possibilities that have people really excited? So what kinds of real-world uses are we talking about with O1? Like, what could it be used for?
Well, one really promising area is healthcare.
Okay.
Just imagine an AI that can go through huge amounts of medical data,
Okay.
like patient records or research on new treatments.
Right.
We could be talking about breakthroughs in how we diagnose diseases, how we discover new drugs,
Wow.
even personalized medicine.
Okay, so O1 could basically help us find patterns that humans might miss.
Exactly.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Faster diagnoses,
Right.
more effective treatments that could completely change millions of lives.
Yeah.
So what about other fields? What else is possible?
Honestly, the possibilities are endless, but
Right.
take scientific research, for example.
Okay.
Think about fields like quantum physics
Right.
or astronomy, where scientists are dealing with these incredibly complex problems.
So O1 could basically be like a secret weapon for researchers.
Yeah, kind of like having a whole team of superpowered research assistants.
Working around the clock to make new discoveries.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, this is amazing.
And we haven't even talked about the impact on like everyday technology.
Uh-huh.
Imagine your phone or your car or even like your appliances
Right.
powered by AI that can learn and adapt to your needs.
I'm getting a little glimpse into the future here.
I know, it's pretty wild.
It is a little intimidating, but also really exciting.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just crazy to think that we're really on the edge of this massive technological change.
It really is a big turning point, and we're just at the very beginning of the O1 story. As OpenAI keeps improving these models and making them easier to use, who knows what we'll see in the next few years.
It sounds like we're entering a whole new era of technology,
I think so.
all thanks to this reasoning ability that O1 has.
It's definitely an exciting time to be following AI.
It really is. So there you have it.
Yeah.
We went from 0 to whoa today, exploring the crazy potential of OpenAI's new O1 models.
It's pretty mind-blowing.
They're already doing things that even the smartest people couldn't do before, and this is just the beginning.
It's really exciting.
It really is. That's it for this deep dive into the world of AI.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
But keep that curiosity alive, stay informed, and who knows, maybe you'll be the one building the next big AI breakthrough.